Well, the rain is coming down. It's just, it's circling at the moment. So lungs are really knackered. This time, as there's no rain getting down through the trees, hammock first. That'll give me the height I'm working with. Then I'm going to put the guide rope power cord slightly above it, only a little bit. But I don't want as much headroom as last time. That way I'll have more to go down over the sides, because it's going to be a bugger of a night for wind. And yeah, okay. Job done. I'm not rigging it for rain. It's meant to piss down, but that'll keep the rain off. I'm more worried about wind than anything else. I don't mind it hitting against the hammock because rain's not going to get through there. It's a nice thick tarp. Also, I'm going to have my oven ready tin foil blankie on top, which will give me barely bugger all thickness, but it's enough thickness to keep the sides off me. I just snuggle down underneath it, keeps all the wind out. And it was hailstones today. First sign of actual winter in several years actually. Profile picture I've got on X is me on my bike in the snow. I had to travel I think 25-30 miles to find it, and that was 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, the fact we had hailstones, that was according to the weather forecast. Oh no, it's lovely weather. Bollocks. So that is my setup. This end, yeah, the prevailing wind, I'm going to get a nice breeze in there. By the time I get in the hammock, that'll sink down a bit more, and I'll still get a nice bit of headroom. Yeah, fucking. Oh, I've got an appointment next week to go and see the doctor for a medical assessment, which is going to screw me over. Taxi to get like 500 quid taxi fares. I've also, the following day, which I'm not going to be able to attend, is another medical appointment with a surgeon about the metalwork, but they made a point of putting it on a date I told them I couldn't attend at a time I can't get to. So I'm going to ring them on Monday to redo it, and I've also got the housing coming around to make sure I've not burnt the house down. Is it damp in that house? Not a chance. So inside, the temperature difference is massive. And so even without me being in the hammock, I've got a nice bit of headroom. By the time I get in there, there's going to be plenty of headroom, so I won't feel claustrophobic. What I might do, so what I've done, instead of tying it, the middle section down on the sides, what I've done is tied them together. This way it's not as tight. I could pull it tighter, but honestly I like having the Bedouin tent style fluffiness. I quite like it. And yeah, that'll stop it from buggering off, and if it does get too horrendously windy, which it is meant to do. So there's a bag, and I've got a t-shirt down there. Yeah, I've kind of moved in. This end, I've got my other tarp. I could put it up here on top of this one, just to give me a bit more extra, just in case it does hammer down. But honestly, I'm going to get wetter from condensation and horny thoughts than I am from rain. So that's going to be staying up there, and yeah, okay, I need to move that bag because otherwise that's going to get wet if it does rain. That can go on my line here. And that's the idea about having these lines. Oh, if you've got the line and it's not perfectly straight, your bag is going to slowly disappear down the line. You've got a double line like this, put something in between like that, and then just put it through itself. Bit awkward one-handed.
That's what she said.
There you go, like that. If you do that on the other side of your Bergen, it'll stop it from getting shoved down too much, because when this pulls together, that'll pull tight. So I'm going to do that bit down there. So yeah, that's me set up. I took my own sweet time doing it, because you know, I'm not in any rush. No, I need a bit of music before it gets too dark. I mean, I've no idea what the time is. I think it's going to be 6-ish, 6-7 o'clock, I think. I'm not going up there. My lungs are too knackered. As I am looking at the verge to get up that way, it's just so steep. And with the air pressure. Oh, don't have it on me, it's in the bag somewhere. That balaclava, I wore it coming up through some of the woods and across the field. And yeah, it was really good. It was very effective. Considering how piss thin it is, actually my piss is thicker. Considering how thin it is, it did a really good job keeping out the wind. I mean, I'm not saying it's Arctic conditions, but 2 of those, I think they were 3 or 4 quid each. If I were to get 2 of those, that would do exactly the same job, possibly better, than the old-fashioned woolly ones that you used to get back in the 80s and that. So yeah, that little balaclava thing really worked. Because you've got the extra thick bit over your mouth, that helps to retain your heat. It's shit if you're trying to go to sleep, because I like to have my mouth exposed when I'm sleeping.
That's what he said.
And flashback to prison. Never happened, never happened. One time in prison, I came close to having gay sex. Didn't want to, but I was in the shower and I got hair down in my ass. Having a shower, washing my hair. All of a sudden the lights go out and 3 or 4 guys come in. One of them, he's been inside all his life, since he was like 5 years old. And he's actually filed his teeth down to points because he was ridden so fucking hard for the first like 20 years of his life. He came in with his mates expecting to ride me. Can I get in with you? No. It's really hard to sound butch. I shouldn't say hard really. It's very difficult to sound butch when you're 40 years old, out of shape, bollock naked, with soap in your eyes, facing up against 3 or 4 people in their early 20s. Naked with semis. I think he weighed up the odds on what would happen if he did try to force me, and consoled himself with going to the next cubicle and having a wank. I saw his foot under one stool and his fingers on the top shaking it. Yeah. It's amazing how fast you can rinse your hair when you want to. Anyway, the only issue I'm going to have with tying it underneath is going for a piss in the night. That's the only issue I'm really going to have, because it's going to be a case of my torch off. The only issue I'm going to have is that rolling over to have a piss is going to be a bit of an issue. Oh yeah, me pissing about trying to get the height right either end. If you don't get it so that the feet end is slightly higher and you've got your angle correct, if you've got it too much like this or too much like that, you're going to end up sleeping like that. I had that one night. I've already had it once so far, and it was fucking horrendous. I'd got no sleep all night, and my rectus hernia was popping out because I was constantly tensed up. So that seems to be a good hang on there. The only thing I might change is that line. It's really handy having these 8 tying points on the octagonal shape, because it gives you more options to the shape you want it. I might take that line and put it onto this branch, just to pull it this end up a bit more. But fuck it, it's fine. So yeah, that is my don't jump because you've got fucked hips, knees, ankles and network hitting your kneecap. Oh, I've now got a visible chunk in my kneecap that's been taken out. So they may do surgery on me now to take the metalwork out. It's a Jewish thing. They won't take the metalwork out until they've done permanent damage, because they're cunts.
Bye bye.
Yeah, so it looks right, yeah. I mean, the temptation to take these and tie them out so they're more stretched, I've got no interest in doing that. It'll look better. And if it was like pissing down with rain, yeah, but I want insulation from the wind, and this is going to give me the best insulation. The lines I've got, I'm only using the one paracord to tie up most of it. I've got a bit of cord on it from last time, that brown stuff, which is still there, I didn't take it off. And that's plenty enough to tie those bits off. And I've still got another length in the Bergen. Alright, hanging the Bergen, I have it with the pockets facing me. That way I can get to the pockets. So I can actually put stuff in, like my phone, my booze. I've nothing drinking. Oh yeah, of course I brought my spirits. Haven't had a drink yet, apart from a little bit of water. Also, if it is going to pound down with rain, turn the Bergen round so your pockets are facing outwards. Otherwise, the bit that's going on your back is going to get wet. Now what I could do, I could tie that to the Bergen. Just get, or I got my other tarp I could put on top. If it does piss down too much, I get my other tarp out and I'll cover the Bergen. Simply because you don't want that getting wet, because that's going to be against your back. And I didn't bring a coat on purpose because it's too much weight to carry and I don't need it. It's probably about 10 degrees Celsius at the moment, so it's not cold enough for me to need a coat. I got this bloody thing and that's all I need. I got 2 t-shirts so I can rotate them when I get sweaty. Never sweated until I got in my 40s. Tempted to do a little fire, but honestly with this wind, guarantee one little spark will thump, bye-bye integrity of my tarp. So that is an issue. I'm going to have to build up this fire pit a bit more. I mean, there's plenty of stones I can use. So what I will do is you can use the moss. Yes, it does burn through eventually, but you can use the moss as a mortar and put it in between the rocks. So that way you can build it up a bit more airproof, windproof, whatever, and build it up a bit higher to have a low fire. I'm explaining it wrong. Have your rack like that, and then build your wall up on top, more like an oven. That way you can still have your fire, still heat stuff up, cook stuff, but you've got a wall on top that will stop the embers from blowing away. It's just, I'm trying not to have it too obvious. As it is, no bugger can see, even when it's camped, pitched, no bugger can see me from that trail down there, or that trail down there, or that trail up there. So yeah, time for music, some drinkies, and a pasty, because I brought a pasty with me.